This whole murder of the Romanov family and the murder of 50 million Russians started with Nathan Rothschild.
In the spring of 1918, the Tsar and his family were taken to Ekaterinburg in the Urals, where Yakub Yurovsky was given the mission to imprison, plan, and assassinate the imperial family. Yurovsky brought the Tsar Nicholas and his family to a house that previously had belonged to a wealthy Jewish merchant named Ipatiev. Nicholas' imperial family was abruptly woken in the middle of the night on July 17, 1918, when the Yurovsky told the imperial family to dress and then brought them to the basement. They were told that they were going to pose for a group photograph, but the Jewish assassins, Yurovsky, Nikolin, Yermakov, and Vaganov, had other plans in mind.
In 1914, remember the Bolshevik Revolution happened in 1917. So in 1914, Nathan Rothschild got all the European nations together, and he had an idea called the League of Nations. This is before the United Nations. Before they did the United Nations, they were trying to create something called the League of Nations. So all the European countries agreed to this, except the Tsar of Russia, Nicholas Romanov. He was the only one that didn't agree. Nathan Rothschild promised him in 1914 that either I or one of my sons will kill you and your entire family and take over Russia. And that's exactly what happened.
Shut up!
They separated the family and brought them in small groups to a house in Siberia, which they ominously called the House of Special Purpose, and told them that it was for their own safety. The Bolsheviks have always used the excuse that it's for the public safety before they commit mass genocide, just as governments do today. And this is why everything that they got the public to do during the pandemic was based on public safety. This is indicative that all governments of the world have been taken over by Bolshevism and Zionism, which are one and the same thing. The Bolshevik communist Jews have been following the same blueprint of war tactics since 1209, when they poisoned the wells in Europe, murdering 50 million Europeans. And they do the same thing. They repeat the same tactics over and over and over again. And if you analyze history, the history that they're trying to suppress, if you analyze that, you can see the psychopathic group committing the most horrendous acts known to man.
Please stop!
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your best clothes. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. You look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. We never learned, we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets.
What is it, Huey?
We never learned, we've been here before.
What is the meaning of this?
Why are we always stuck and running from
Shoot them!
the bullets?
His handicapped son was dying, gurgling up blood. And when the daughter that didn't get shot saw that, she screamed from the top of her lungs. They shot his boy in the head, and then they tried to shut up his daughter by hitting her over and over again with the butt, but she just kept going crazy because her whole family was slaughtered. Once they couldn't silence her with the butt of their firearm, they ended up shooting her. Now, all 4 girls were dead. The whole family was dead. After they killed the family, 4 out of the 11 Bolshevik thugs, including Jacob Jurovsky, the man that shot Nicholas, started having their way with the dead bodies of the 4 Grand Duchess, and then they buried them in a discreet grave, and they were not to be found for 70 years. This is actually written in Trotsky's and Lenin's diary. Okay, this is where I'm getting this information from.
I led them down the staircase to the basement room.
The girls were wearing special corsets where they had hidden the royal diamonds, 18 pounds of diamonds. The family arranged themselves in a compact group. They thought they were having their picture taken.
I killed Nicholas point blank. The bullets bounced off the girls, jumping around the room like hail. When they tried to stab one with a bayonet, the point would not go through her corset. Common grave was dug. Their bodies were doused with sulfuric acid to prevent any stink from them rotting. We put boards on top and rolled over it several times. No trace of the hole remained. The secret was kept.
This is Jewish Bolshevism, also known as Marxism, Communism, Leninism, and Stalinism. It's currently in South Africa, and they want to bring it to America soon.
The last Tsar soon crossed over into the territory of legend. Nicholas and his family became a vague but fabulous rumor.
When this life is ended, we will meet again in the other world. I love you. Those 3 words have my life in them. Alexandra.
The Romanov family was murdered as a Jewish ritual sacrifice, and after the execution, Kabbalistic writings were found scribbled all over the Romanov palace walls.
Items that were related to the imperial family were burned and destroyed. Nothing was saved of the family. Even their dogs were slaughtered. News of the brutal murder of the Romanovs would send shockwaves throughout Russia and all of Europe. To some Jews, though, the slaughter of the Romanov family was treasured as a Jewish ritual murder. In selected Jewish-owned shops, they sold greeting cards with images that were unavailable for Gentiles. The postcards carried the image of the Tzaddik. This is an image of a rabbinical Jew with the Torah in his hand and a white foal in the other. The head of the depicted foal is clearly shown to be the Imperial Russian Tsar Nicholas II. Below this image is the inscription in Hebrew. This is a sacrificial animal, so is my cleansing. It will be my replacement in cleansing the victim. Trotsky recruited Russian Jews from the immigrant population of the Lower East Side of Manhattan and trained them as armed revolutionaries. Lenin, Marlow, Radek, and Kamenev returned from Switzerland. Stalin, Sverdlov, and Zionnist returned from Siberia. The Jewish chairman of the Central Executive Committee, Jacob Sverdlov, sent a message to the Jew Jacob Jurovsky, head of the local Cheka, where he communicated that he had received orders from Jacob Schiff to eliminate the Tsar and his entire family.
Nathan Rothschild gave the order to